The Special Olympics have returned to Chicago 50 years on from the first World Summer Games. 1,000 athletes from 26 states in the U.S. and Canada gathered at Soldier Field in the summer of 1968 to compete in track and field and swimming. And now, 50 years later, athletes from all over the world are gathered to celebrate the inaugural games. For more on the 50th anniversary of the Special Olympics, we're joined by Mary Davis. She's the Chief Executive Officer of the Special Olympics. Mary, thank you for joining us. What was the original mission of the Games?
Well, the mission of Special Olympics is twofold. It's to provide training and competition opportunities for people with an intellectual disability all over the world. We're in 7 regions. We have almost 5 million athletes participating at this point, having started out with around 1,000 in Soldier Field in 1968. And we are operational in 174 countries. But our mission has evolved as the years went by, and we're also an organisation now that creates an environment for communities all over the world to be more inclusive, to understand the abilities and capabilities of people with an intellectual disability and to welcome them into the societies in which they live. So we want to build a more inclusive society through the power of sport and Special Olympics programming.
When you talk about the power of sport, how have the Special Olympics really changed the lives of these athletes?
Well, Special Olympics have opened up a whole gateway of opportunity for people with intellectual disability. Through Special Olympics, they've been able to demonstrate their skills, their talents, their ability, their determination, their grit, their courage, their joyfulness. And they have been able to showcase that, not just in their own local level, but all over the world through our World Games opportunities. We also have a very extensive education program, we have a health program, and we have a leadership program. So we're also teaching our athletes to be the leaders of our organization. And in fact, here in Chicago, where we are celebrating the 50th anniversary, it's an athlete-driven organization. In a totally unified, inclusive way. We have unified competitions going on here in football, soccer. We have 24 teams here from all over the world, 12 male, 12 female, competing in the Unified World Cup.
Mary, how do you think it's changed not just the lives of the athletes, but the way people look at disabilities?
Yeah, I think we show the world the capabilities of people with an intellectual disability so that people can understand more difference, be more accepting of difference, and be willing to accept and include people of difference into their communities. And the only difference with our Special Olympics athletes is they learn differently to others. But once you put the necessary support systems in place, then they can overcome whatever it is, and they can succeed, and in fact they can excel.
And there are a lot of special guests coming to mark the 50th anniversary. Who are some of the people throwing their weight behind the Games?
Oh, there are lots of sports celebrities coming in, and we also have our concert, which is being held tomorrow night. We have Chance the rapper, who is performing along with a great deal of performers that will be performing tomorrow night. And as I said, we have many sports celebrities like Dikembe Mutombo, who is here, who's been on our board of directors for a number of years. And Michelle Kwan is here also, and many of our, as I say, our other football celebrities as well.
What do you see as the future for the Special Olympics in the years to come?
Well, we want to create an environment where people with intellectual disability are totally accepted in the communities in which they live. People with intellectual disability should have a right to be included. They should have a right to participate in sports, in health, when they require the needs from a health perspective to be looked after, a right to participate on the same playing field as their non-disabled peers, and a right to work as well. So to be generally live and involved and be accepted as part of the community. That's the future. We say our revolution is a revolution of inclusion. And that's what we're going to be promoting, this inclusion revolution over the next 50 years.
Terrific. Mary Davis, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. A pleasure.